And welcome back to one of the accessory types. Now, in this accessory time, we can do either people or objects that need to be accessorized. Okay? So today, I'm just finishing up this normal old box that I put some things inside so the silver won't look very lonely or disgusting like this. But imagine this very old and cut up. Okay? That's how it looks. I have a point to do it. In the front, there is glitter because inside there was glitter. If you saw, I cannot show you anymore because I can't open it more than one time. You can see some crayons there. That's just for later because I'm going to do a little fixing up with the little twirls. Okay, so now this is what I'm using. I'm using all of this plus a little bit of these two, nail polish and that. And to mix it, I'm using my trusty pencil that doesn't have a point. I'm using the eraser, of course, because it kind of has a little bit right there. You see what I mean? Okay, so I'm just finishing up mixing the sanitizer I used. Now, since I used nail polish for this, all I really need to do is put perfume on it, and then you clean off it. You clean everything off it. But if you put the thing I do is you have to use a special nail polish that if you roll off, it won't ruin the nail polish. So like this would be good because it's just dots. This would also be good because it's just dots. But things like this or this one or this one, it wouldn't be very good to use because the taint can very easily be undone, and you need to do this fast. So yes, you could do it the easy way and not do the other parts of it, but I like to do every part of my job. And yes, I am using a little bit of makeup too, just in case we need it. I mean, we never know when we need a fashion emergency. It's a normal one.
Is this for YouTube or just for fun?
For fun. Okay. Now we just mix it up on the top really quick, but we have to be very careful because if we rough off very hard, then this will not be there. And I'm trying to do very glittery. I still have to mix a little bit more. I put some glitter, but now I'm going to put some shine. Like that show that's on. It's called Nickelodeon Shimmer and Shine. And it's very pretty. All we need to do is let it dry. Now we need to just wait a couple 1 minute or two to let it dry. So let's go next. Let's go up to our next accessory. That is this old metal thing. While we let that one dry, and then we fix it up a little bit more. Okay. So let's see. Now you see how it's really rusty right here. You can see all the things, the dirty things. It's very ugly. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put a little bit of glitter. I always love putting glitter. Okay, really I'm going to mix it down for a little bit and I'm going to open it while I'm mixing down, pull it up, and you see a bunch of glitter on the top. The glitter I use is the one that doesn't have any liquid with it, so when you push it out of the bag while you are facing it down, the liquid won't fall off, so you won't get soaked with that. But then again, you can put a towel on yourself, and then once you're doing that, you can, and the things fall off in their towel, but I wouldn't risk it. Now we're doing it again. Just pull down, and then you pull it up while doing it. And this time I had a little more, a little less, but that is fine because I don't need a lot because I already put this much on it. So all I have to do is just mix it up and put a little bit more. But don't forget, because don't put too much, because we're still putting this kind of shine too. So don't forget not to put too much of this glitter. Only if you're using your own type of glitter and this glitter is not very big like mine. Because I don't have everything. Okay, now this is the last scoop of glitter. Mix it around, mix it around. And then it starts to smell like nail polish, of course, which nail polish does not smell good with metal. Trust me in it. Or plastic. You can wash your hands and it won't smell that bad on your nails, but once it dries, it smells okay. But it still smells a little bit bad. Okay, so now that smells horrible. So I grab a little bit. I use this perfume because I just used it for fun, and I used it and it smelled delicious. So I would use this perfume or any perfume that you know if you rub it off, the smell will not come off. Okay, so it's called 1,000 and something. I got it at this place at Target. You should go to it. It sells a bunch of lotions and shampoos and a bunch of other things for hand sanitizer and things. That's where I got this from. Okay, so you should really recommend going in there. So I just grab this right here. I put it on it a couple of times, right? And then it does fall off on the table sometimes. And then I mix it up like that, and then I grab a normal towel and I just clean it off. And yes, some of the glitter will fall off, but it's okay because you still have a bunch. And if you smell it, it still smells a little bit like it, so you need to rub it a little bit more. And then it should smell very good. Perfect. And then it still looks very glittery. It might be a little sticky, but we can fix that up, right? Okay, next, for it to smell better than better. And if it still smells, sorry, just something fell off. But at least it's not open. I'll be right there. I'm back. Okay. So, and if it still smells bad, you can just add a little bit of this, and then you can rub it around with a towel, of course, but not the same towel that you use to clean the paint off, or else it'll smell the same. Okay. And the perfect part of using this kind of thing, is you can even use it for ugly back cases of iPhones or other kinds of phones, and you can decorate those. I have a bunch of things I'm going to use to decorate today. I don't think I'm going to use it all today, but I am going to try it. Okay, so now get back to the thing that we're going to decorate right now. This is called Tramping Sparkle. It has an Eiffel Tower on it, and it doesn't smell too good, but it could ruin the bad smell here and smell way better. Okay, so I like to put not that much, but just a little bit, and move it around like that. So at least this much. Oh no, it's falling down. It fell on my pan. That's okay, at least my pans are gonna be dry and pretty. Shiny. So you just move that around everywhere. Now with your hand. Move it around your head, you'll just rub off the paint. Once it's all in the middle and in a circle, you put it on the sides that you couldn't reach. Now with your hand, but very gently with a little dots with an eraser that you know is not dirty and won't ruin it, or with a toothpick or something that you can tap and it just rubs in. Okay, so I'm not very tapping like I'm saying. I'm kind of rubbing very gently that the paint won't rub off. Of course, some of the paint goes on in the eraser, but at least the eraser gets a little bit of accessory too, but not like the other things that we are meant to do. Okay. You can also use this accessory on backpacks, anything you would like to do it with. Okay, so we put the pencil to the side, and then it comes off like this, and it's very pretty, very shiny. I'll show it to you when it's done. It's dry already. Okay, so then I put that one to the side too, because it needs to dry. And let's get our old one back. Okay, so this is our old one, remember it? Okay, so now that we have that one back, we can do all the things we wanted to do at first. But I'll be right here with a little commercial of Puffy Hair Guy. See you later.
Well, today we are going to discuss why it's important to watch cartoons even when you're an adult. Well, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just like to escape reality. In reality, I'm losing my hair. And I'm not a big fan of the current job I do, but when I go home and I watch cartoons, I'm transported to another world where I get to go on adventures with all sorts of interesting people and visit all sorts of fun places. And let's talk about the animation itself. It's gorgeous to look at, and it's storytelling at its best. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, I guess right now I'm just killing time because someone's taking their time. So when they come back, they'll return to the show. But right now, you're gonna have to deal with me and my thoughts. Right now, I'm watching Pippi Longstocking. When I was a lad, I read the book, and pretty faithful TV adaptation. The channel that this show is on is a pretty cool channel. They show a lot of Canadian television series, and they've had some good television programs over there in Canada. It's no longer airing in this channel, but they used to air Anne of Green Gables, which is an adaptation that began airing in the early 2000s. I'm a really big fan of that adaptation. I'm a really big fan of Anne of Green Gables in general. The book. This is gonna sound pretty. People are not gonna really like this, but I'm not a big fan of the series that aired in the 80s. I don't really care for it. I do like the 2016 movie that aired on PBS, and I do like the new series Anne with an E, the one that's distributed in the United States on Netflix. I'm a big fan of it. So Anne of Green Gables. So Anne of Green Gables is a show about a lass growing up in the late 1800s in Prince Edward Island in Canada. It's very similar, not similar, I should say, but you know the time it's set in. It's pretty similar to the time that Little House on the Prairie is set in. And when it comes to the television show Little House on the Prairie, sometimes it's really awful, unwatchable. I do not like it. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's really good, but most of the time it's just awful. After season 4, it jumped the shark. It was never a perfect show, but there were a couple of episodes that were okay. But after something happens to Mary Ingalls, sorry, I don't want to spoil the show for you. After that, it was horrible, really, really bad. But I always liked Dr. Baker. Yeah, when the Ingalls girls, they're young. That's when it's best to watch. And sometimes it's not best to watch because, like I said, sometimes the episodes are really, really awful. What else should we talk about?
Well, it's time to get back. Bye, guys. Say bye to him, but he's gonna be back for you in a second. Well, it's his choice. Another person might come in, and it might be a puppet if I have to. Not me, my twin. Okay, now let's start doing this. She doesn't like really fashion. She likes sporty stuff, dark stuff. Not like dark stuff, but like black. Her favorite color is black. My favorite color, on the other hand, is light pink, light purple, and light blue. Well, lighter than this blue. Okay. So, I'll be back for you in a minute. When I don't know yet. Well, let's go back to the thing, okay? So I just had to get a little bit things. Okay. Oh, I see that another Shakespeare rice is almost finished. So let's start doing this before it dries for real. You see this? It's not dripping anymore, but it's still very wet. Okay, so now that we have this, I like to grab a little bit of this. Okay, you can't really see because it's the camera, so when you actually read it, it doesn't look the same as I see it. So I read it to you. It says Sally Sunsen, hard as nails, sheer French color. So I'm pretty sure that means it's a French color. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint it on top. I like to do this. I like to go like this, but not to rub it off. And I like to just paint it very carefully, very lightly, without taking off the paint that we put in it. And then I like to do this with it, like the glitter one too. And yeah, I like to do that.
She comes over and says, Kirk, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it like this.
I don't like to put too much, and if I need to put too much, all I do is take this off and sprinkle it around just very little. So with this, I can just rub it around. Okay, of course, it's gonna smell bad. That's what it's for. Okay, in the end, it's gonna look a little weird and a little messed up. But don't worry, because we'll show you more things to do to it. Okay, so then you rub it down, only down, not up, down, for about this much, and then there's only lines on it, so it looks pretty. Okay, so you're only accessorizing the top. The bottom stays the same. Okay, you do not do anything to the bottom, so it looks different in every way. If you want to accessorize but different color, and you want to put at least 2 things that are the same, or 3, the highest I would recommend is only 3 things the same as the top. Please, not the same. I mean, if you want to do it, of course, I'm not telling you not to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna let that paint dry. But while it dries, I need to pen this. And trust me, a little bit of this. First this one, of course. Okay, so you grab the little thingamajiggy, you rub it, and then you just spray it around everywhere. And this also has a little glitter if you look at it very closely. So it makes it a little glitterier and a little bit not that smelly. Okay. Now with the other one, we also need to get a towel. There you go. Should smell better now. I hope so. A little better. Okay, so now we grab this and we tap it very carefully because it has paint that rubs off very easily. Tap it, just put it on there and you take it off. And I guess it'll look a little bit the same, but I don't mind it. Doesn't smell exactly like I wanted it to smell. But once we add a little bit more of this and what we're gonna add, it's gonna smell delicious. Okay, now since it smells that bad, we're gonna add a little bit of this lipstick. Of course, we're not gonna rub it on it because some people might want to use this, like me. Looks very pretty, and it's called Lovered Gloss Beauty Nush. Okay, so that's, of course, it has a little lip thing. Let's rub it around. So we're gonna add a little bit, like a 1/4 of 2 or a 1/4 of 1, and just put it right in the middle. I don't even know what I'm talking about, 1/4 of 1 or 1/4 of 2. I don't even know what that is. I'm just adding as much as I want, but that perfect amount. So this much. Okay. You don't have to add it the same size, but at least that much. Okay. Oh no. Oh, that's okay. still add more. It fell right in the middle. But this is the cool thing. It rubbed off, so we can still rub it back on, but I am not going to use it with my hand. Of course, I'm going to use it with the pencil. My hand smells good now. Well, who would have thought? Now, you need to use a lipstick that is old and sticky. Okay, my mom had that lipstick for a very long time. Now, of course, there's going to be nudges of it because I added that much. You don't have to add that much, but I like to add that much because when it smells really, really bad, you need that much. I think I might need more because I dropped it, but do not add more to yours. Only if it runs out and you need to add more. But that's only if your parents say you ran out. Ask them first because I know my stuff because I learned all my stuff from this show that I am watching and used to watch. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie. The actor, I forgot her name. The actor that played Jessie. I didn't even like how she pierced her ears because she pierced her nose or things like that. It didn't look very pretty. Whoa. Oh, what do you know? I dropped it again, but this time not the face. So it's still pretty good. Okay? So it's supposed to look like this. It looks very all over the place. You can smell your hands. Let's drop them. I'll be right back. Nobody will be watching you. But you know what? You can watch the TV. You probably can't see it, but at least you can see the TV, right? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Let's just watch this part, because if you don't, fell off, okay? Just move this more because I don't want my phone to run out. Yeah.
How are y'all doing? She's gonna wash her hands real quick, but she'll be right back to tell you all about the wonderful world of makeup and accessories and so on and so forth and what have you.
Hello, I'm back. I just told to come over here just for a very little because I don't want you guys to be alone. And okay, so look, if you don't want to use nail polish remover, then you can use Airwick, Apple Cinnamon, and Madly. I like to use this kind of smell because it smells delicious once you put it on all the things I just put it on. So I'm just going to sprinkle very little. Now it does push all the things forward, but that's what we want. Okay, and if you don't want that, then you can use a different kind of one that looks, I can bring it to you, but I don't want to leave you guys alone. So next video, I will have it, I promise. Okay? And then you can smell it, and it smells very strong, powerful. Of course, you don't want it to smell like that. It smells way bad when you put it like that. So you grab the towel you're using, you tap it down. You're supposed to see the thing, and then you just tap it one tap all the way down. Your hand is probably going to get wet like this, even through the towel, because it's that kind. And then you push it down through the sides, and then through the other sides, and then you push it up, and of course the towel is going to look like this. And then you smell it, and it smells very strong. But don't worry, we're going to take that off. Well, not off, okay, just flip my directions. Okay, so now we're going to put this to the side so it can dry. And let's get our old one with our cinnamon. Okay. See, if you smell that one, it smells delicious. Seriously, I can't stop smelling it. Okay, so now we do not put this anymore. It's too much already. Now, since we have all that, I would love
This looks wild. Well, how would you expect an undiscovered
a little bit of this yellow one if I can even open it. Oh, look at that. I can. Okay, so this is glow in the dark one. Glow in the dark nail. So I like to have my thing glow in the dark. Now, of course, this is going to blend in a little bit like that, but it's going to look a little weird because it's going to be all over the place. But
my parents?
I've been using all over the place a lot, haven't I? Yeah, I just noticed that. Well, it's going to have a little bit of your paint, the hand sanitizer, but that's alright. If you're okay with having your nail polish or your parents' nail polish, they let you. Okay. So, of course, you just want to add very little. So, your nail polish, you need to close it really tight or else it'll lick, and you don't want your paint to be licking. It's going to look like this. Okay? So, yeah, I don't like it like that. And if you don't want to use nail polish, you could always use Kid Made Modern Lemon that I bought. Well, my parents bought. Well, my mom bought. And then some dude. That's her boyfriend. Pretty sure at that time. You open it. It's paint that if you put it on your skin, you can take it off with a wet towel. Okay. You just put it on there. It's not glow in the dark. I would love if it was glow in the dark, but it's not, so that's a shame. But you can use that instead if you don't want to use your nail polish. And if you don't have any tape, then you can find anything yellow, even paper. You can just tape it there or glue it. And I want to use the glue though. Only super glue or hot glue, because it doesn't really look. See, okay, so then you just tape it on the thing that you did and then just do it all over again, but without the paint. By the way, if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to add glitter first, and then you wrap it around, you let it dry a little bit, and then for like 20 or 40 seconds, and then you grab the sanitizer, and then you do that. But before you add the sanitizer, you have to add this. Have to. Or also smell really bad. Okay. Once you're done with that, then you put a little bit of, and then you let it dry for a little bit, like I'm gonna do right now because it has paint on it. Okay. So before we do that, I would want to use a little bit of this. Okay, it's to the side. I'm going to use the side that looks like this. Wait, is it the correct side? Nope. Sorry, guys. I knew it. Perfect. This is the side I want. Sorry, not that side. Use this long side. Okay. By the way, you don't have to use this purple one. There's this other one that I found in my grandma's. It looks like this. It's the same thing, but I'm pretty sure different color on the eyelash. But I'm not using it on my eyelash now, am I? Good. So now we're going to put that silver thing away or wherever you're using. Okay, and then we're going to bring your other one in here. If it touches you, you better wash your hands because it smells really bad. Okay, you grab this, you wrap it around in the sides where it's not wet, so you won't get anything. For just design. Okay, and if you don't want to get your hands dirty, I recommend you putting gloves on, but I can wash my hands very easily. So I'll just do is put a little bit right here, a little bit right here. So it can look like you're facing down if you want to put it. If you don't, then you're gonna have to wait a while because I do. Or you can just put it forward and you can see the other part, okay? And this runs out very easily, so yeah. And if you get a little paint on this, you can just wrap it around with a towel. Yeah, so just shake it there. Wrap it around. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch. Now, if you would put this on your eyelash instead and put that much, then your eyelash would probably be soaking wet by now. Seriously, you do not want to do that mess. If you want, instead of pressing down, you can just wrap it around like that. But do not worry with the consequences. And then you might want to touch the middle of your painting thing, or else it will get messy a little. No, I got it mixed up a little. Oh no. That's okay. Looks pretty like that. Okay, so then, oh no, I got it in that tab. I can wash it. Okay. Or you can hide it. Ugh, I'm just testing with this, but again, you can. I'm just gonna wash this with a towel. Just gonna wrap it. Bad thing, it leaves a stain. Good thing, I hope nobody cares about that. Then again, you can wash it. And you don't have to use that long one. I guess you can easily just use this one. A little wrap like that. And I just used both of them. You do not want to get this ruined. Trust me. Okay. And then once it is getting a little dry, we grab, if there's two, good. If there's one, bad. Okay, so you just grab another thing. I grabbed this little one that doesn't mean anything. I wrap it around with any color you want. These are dark colors. You can grab light colors, any color you want that matches it. I'm using this color. Okay, kind of like a blue. I like it for that kind. Now I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna mix this up with a little bit of this green, so it'll look like this. And a little bit of this gold. So when I mixed it up, it looks like this.
That's up to a $79 value. This offer won't last. So go to
Okay.
Plated.com now and make
Put that away.
every night a Plated night. Go to Plated.com.
Now I'm gonna just wrap it on the sides. Okay. And then once I'm done with one side, before I put the other one, I make sure that I grab a towel. So I'll be right back.
Number 2, Brainy Putty. It's super melty, slowly melting into putty puddles.
Wow!
But when you roll it into a ball, it's super bouncy, bouncing insanely high.
Sorry if you think that was very long. Okay, so then you put the towel on top of your accessory. And then you just make sure that the bottom is all clean too before you grab it. It's a little soaky, it's fine. Okay, and then the top, you just clean everything off it. Everything, the sides too, so it can look prettier. Now of course your accessory will not stay, but the sides will look way better than just black. Okay, so once you're done with that, I recommend you wearing gloves. And look what this can do to your hands. Not really, but if it does it to the towel, it can do it to your hands. So right back to wear gloves.
I like to draw my house and my family. Favorite to draw is a picture of me with my mom and dad. And like 3-headed dogs, and then at the bottom 2-headed tigers, and snakes like that.
If you were a kid, I recommend you wearing small gloves that actually fit you. Okay. So you can actually do well because like this goes all the way up here. So yeah, they're a little bit bigger than me, but I can do it. Okay, so while I'm doing that, yeah. So then your thing is gonna look like this. Now you grab a normal old crayon, any color you want. I'm gonna use this purple. I'm just gonna draw on it. Just make a little design like this. You know what? It's not dry enough. Almost done.
I'm a perfect artist.
Okay.
I love